Good evening. Thank you so much for joining us. This is the Family Table brought to you by the Family Prayer Link. It is our episode 2, the second edition. If you are joining us tonight for the very first time, we hold this program once in a month. It is a program designed to build families by looking at important family issues that we deal with as members of family and particularly as Christians. But sometimes we gloss over issues and we make them look spiritual. We try to, especially for the African Christian, we always want to spiritualize everything. But here at the Family City Church and for believers worldwide, we want to believe that it is important that there are some issues we talk over them. And we don't just talk over them, as it were, with our understanding, but we talk over them with the lens of, or through the lens of Scripture. And if you join us in our previous session where we looked at the family yesterday, the family today, and the family tomorrow, we looked at the dynamics of the family, what we have experienced in the past, what Scripture actually proposed, what we have experienced over the years, how it looks like today, and what we could anticipate tomorrow. Yes, there were a few fears that we could see, but by the grace of God, we came to a point of realizing that there is still hope. And surely because we have Jesus in the boat, there will be hope, and we are going to work towards that hope. Well, tonight is another beautiful night. We are coming your way with the episode 2 of our Family Table, the very beautiful discussion, especially for the month of February, which is the month of love. But before I introduce the topic, and then again the speaker, shall we share in a word of prayer. Almighty and everlasting Father, we come before you, we thank you. You are the originator of families, you are the author of families, and there is a way and there's a blueprint that you had in mind that families will follow. That is what we seek to do. That is how we seek to pattern our families after you. Tonight, as we discuss these issues again, we pray in the name of Jesus that you will have your way. We pray that many homes all over the world we'll hear of this, we'll connect, and then we'll receive the blessing that you have designed for this program in Jesus' mighty name. Amen. All right, thank you once again. It's a great joy coming your way. My name has always been Pastor Kobe Deborah. If you are just joining us, I want to encourage you, please share this link with somebody. Well, Alpha will say, share the link. All right, so please share it. It looks like he's customized it now. When you hear share the link, you are talking about Alpha. But then it's actually an English phrase. Please share the link. Invite as many people as you can, because there's something that concerns all of us. And tonight, once again, by the grace of God, I have with me the head of administration of the Family City Church. When it comes to issues concerning families, I could look no further. The church could look no further than to look within, that God has gifted us with a man who loves God dearly, a man who loves his wife exceptionally, and a man who loves family. And when we are talking about issues regarding family, it is an honor to have with us tonight Pastor Farm Emmanuel Agozi. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Pastor Kobe.
Great. Such a pleasure having you again in this discussion for the family table.
It's an honor. Always good to be here.
Amazing, amazing. Please share with us your feedbacks. If there's anything, if you're not hearing us clearly or video, kindly you can send us a chat, and we will trust God to be able to resolve any issues that you have. All right. Thank you again, Pastor Agozi. It's good to have you, Pastor Agozi, once again. Tonight, we want to look at one of the topics I believe is central to every marriage. And tonight, we would want to not only to focus on marriage, because you and I agree that before any marriage comes into being, it goes through process, and especially through the relationship phase. So want to understand how to sustain love in relationships, and then more important in marriage. How we can sustain. And we are using this word sustain because you would agree with me, even from our discussion today in church, that whatever you don't work towards can dry out. And again, you would agree that many people have started structures, have started institutions, have started whatever it is, they began something. And they began it with so much excitement, with a great vision. But along the line, it looked like it collapsed. And then one of the reasons perhaps they couldn't sustain it. And so our goal is, when there are issues, especially in relationships and in marriages, how would we be able to sustain? I trust that by the agency of the Spirit of God, you are going to be able to help us to come up with answers, so that somebody who is going through any issue in his or her marriage or relationship, by the grace of God, by these words of wisdom, will be able to navigate their way through. But let me ask you, before anything, is there anything like perfect love or perfect marriage?
Well, thank you very much, Pastor Kobe.
Yeah.
When we talk about a perfect love or perfect marriage or perfect relationship, I think that perfection is what the two of you make it. Yes, but to start with, I would like to say that when we talk about love, a lot of us, we say, oh, it was love at first sight.
Yeah.
No, so love is not just a feeling.
Yeah.
That feeling of butterflies, and the rest. That's just the beginning. But for you to be able to sustain it, so beyond that, it's a decision.
Okay.
So love is not just a feeling.
Mm.
Because depending on your circumstances, feelings change.
Okay.
But then it's a conscious effort. It's a decision that you take for yourself that, well, I love this person.
Okay.
Okay, I've decided to, go with this person.
Yeah.
I've decided to be in a relationship with this person. I've decided to enter into a marriage with this person.
Okay.
So it's not something that you
Okay.
feel.
Okay.
So it goes beyond just the feeling.
Okay.
So it's actually a commitment you make to yourself and your partner.
Okay.
That this is where you want to be.
Okay. Wow. A commitment you make with your partner that this is where you want to be. I feel like asking this question also. Would you say love is static, or love evolves in a dynamic process?
Well, love is not static. So love is not something that you also achieve at the altar when you exchange the vows that I do, or when you approach that young lady that, oh, I love you. That's not it. It's not static. No, it is a dynamic process.
Okay.
So, and it requires constant nurturing because it doesn't end there. It is work.
Wow.
For you to sustain a relationship is work.
For you to sustain a relationship is work. I feel like that's actually a very strong point. And if you are out there desiring a relationship, maybe you are not in yet, or you are desiring to marry, well, you've got to understand that you are getting employed.
Yes.
You are getting yourself employed into
Full-time.
something that is going to require full-time. And I love that, a full-time employment that is going to require you a lot of work to do. So if love is work, I recognize that every work has its own issues.
Yes.
Does it also mean that relationships are going to have issues?
Oh, yes. As for issues, they are inevitable.
Okay.
That's why when you feel or you've identified the right person, you have to have at the back of your mind that you are going in for the long haul.
Okay. Long haul. What do you mean by long haul?
Long haul, what I'm talking about is it forever. It's for the rest of your existence. Once you've identified that person, that this is the person I want to spend my life with. once you make that decision, so progressing through relationship into marriage. So as Christians, marriage you enter once, and that is it. I remember in the Catholic Church, so when you are married, they will light a candle.
Okay.
Or no, they will let both of you light a candle.
Yeah.
Okay, and they tell you it's a perpetual flame. So there's nothing like divorce. Unless if you are able, the two of you are able to come and then unlight that candle, then they can dissolve the marriage for you.
No, wait a minute. If they want to unlight the candle,
Yes.
you blow it.
No, so the way you lighted it, you unlight it.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Okay.
So we have to know that, disagreements, difficult times, and the rest will come about.
Yeah.
They are inevitable.
Yeah.
They are parts of relationships. They are parts of marriage life.
Yeah.
Okay, so a lot of stresses may come around. It may come from friends. It may come from your finances. It may be as a result of your health.
Yeah.
It could be internal or external communication.
Yeah.
All these things come into play. But then I mentioned commitment.
Yeah.
So you should have it at the back of your mind that all these things will come about.
Yeah.
But then you should have prepared your mind that you are in for better, for worse.
Okay.
So when difficulties comes, you are prepared to work through them together.
Okay. So to somebody out there who is deciding to get into a relationship, to get married, it's important you understand this right from here. I think that I was watching, it should be Pastor Otabil this week. And yeah, I think Pastor Otabil. And then being interviewed by, what's the name of Combat? Pastor Albert Okran. He mentioned that at a particular wedding setting, it was difficult to get the spouse to repeat where he said for better, for worse. They said, no, Pastor, want to say for better, for better. They said, no, it is not going to be possible. Yes. There's surely going to be some bad days. So I think for them now, they say in good days and in bad days. But whether you call it bad days, there's still going to be some days that are not going to be pleasant. So what we want to establish here for our audience, for our viewers, is that if you are desiring to be in a relationship, you've got to have that frame of thinking that it's not going to be rosy forever. And I believe that once you can have that understanding, for lack of a better word, is you may be prepared enough when issues come your way, which perhaps you did not anticipate. Is that right?
Yes, you have to. Okay. Because talking about roses.
Yeah.
No, even before you can get the rose, roses come with thorns.
Wow.
So you have to be prepared that whatever good thing that you are striving for. No, it's the Chinese will talk about the yin yang.
Yeah.
Everything has a complement.
Yeah.
We have day and night.
Yeah.
We have life and death.
Yeah.
So we have happy days. We have sad days.
Yeah.
We have times of conflict.
Yeah.
So what we find ourselves in of late is this myth of the perfect marriage. There's nothing like that, or the perfect relationship.
Yeah.
No, when we talk about things like that, it creates unrealistic expectations that everything has to be perfect. As human beings, we are very limited.
Okay.
Only God is perfect.
So we work towards perfection.
Yes, we work towards it.
But we don't anticipate that we will arrive at anything called perfect.
No. It's always a work in progress.
It's always a work in progress. Yeah. Again, back to the telecast I watch. This is something that I feel Pastor Otabil is a strong figure when it comes to marriage. He said something that blew my mind. He said couples get to know each other better only after 15 to 20 years.
Well, I think that should be true. Yes, because for me also, in my marriage. I think I now know my wife far better. I can anticipate her needs. I can anticipate her reactions to situations.
Okay.
No, I can anticipate her thoughts.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's true.
That's an advice to somebody. You are perhaps 3 years in that relationship and you are beginning to see some behaviors you did not see during courtship. You know something, go the 15-year journey.
Yes.
Then come and tell us what you want to tell us. All right, so let's see how then we can build what somebody may call the sound relationship house, because at the end of the day, we want to see how we can sustain it. And that means that we need to build it well. Is there anything that you want to start with on that level?
Yes, so there's this researcher called Dr. John Gottman of the Gottman Institute. No, he spoke about essential components of a healthy, resilient marriage or relationship.
Yeah.
No, the pillar stones are trust and commitment.
Wow.
So when there's no trust, no, there's nothing to build on. And when there's no commitment, no, then you don't even start.
Yeah.
So with these two as the pillars, he spoke about having, you have to create a shared meaning.
A shared
meaning. Yes, shared meaning.
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 Yes, shared understanding of where you want to see.
Okay, a shared meaning.
Yes, yourselves. So you have to come to that agreement that this is where we want to see ourselves. This is the direction in which we want to go.
At what level do we do that? At what stage?
Well, I would advise you start before you enter the marriage, because these are things that you have to agree on.
Okay.
Because if you don't agree right from the start, then you don't have the foundation. You can't start a foundation on disagreements.
Pastor, just a second. Let's try to break this down for, especially for our friends who are now courting or perhaps getting ready to marry. Shared meaning.
Yes.
Does it come in terms of, let's say, let's pick up a few parameters. Is it religious?
Yeah.
Is it career-wise? Is it investment-wise?
Yeah.
Is it the children, family size-wise? Are those the issues you are talking about?
Yes, all of them.
Okay.
So each of you might have had your individual lives before you met.
Okay.
And each of you would want to, career-wise, develop yourself as an individual. You have goals, you have aspirations. So you have to come together. What do you want to do?
Okay.
What I want so and so. So the two of us, how do we balance it? So you also discuss even your family size.
Okay.
You agree on those things. Hey, I'm not saying if you decide maybe you want to have 2 children, you have 2 children.
Yeah.
But at least you have something that you are working towards.
Okay.
Yes, you have a plan that you can work out.
Okay.
So you come to an understanding that this is where we want to go.
All right.
Because if you don't have a destination inside anywhere, you just take any direction.
So if we can't from the scratch come to a shared meaning, we cannot expect to build a relationship.
No. Because we are looking at the long haul.
Okay.
So if you really want to settle down with that person, these are the things you have to start. I can share our experience.
We would love that.
Yes. So when I met my wife, within 2-3 months, we had started discussing number of children. We had started buying feeding bottles. Within a year, we were married.
Wow.
I'm not saying that's the perfect way to go.
Yeah.
But that was us. When we met, we started discussing our dreams, our aspirations.
Yeah.
What do you want to do? This is what I want to do.
Okay.
For me, if I should settle down, these are my expectations. I want this, I want that, I want this. And then we agreed on that.
Okay.
That, okay, this is where we both want to go.
Okay.
So it sets the foundation for our next level. And within a year, we were married.
Okay.
And then we took it up from there.
Okay.
When she wanted to further her education, she did that.
Okay. There's a question that comes to mind, but Pastor, I'll let you come back on the story. But what are some of the anticipated challenges or inhibitors of having that shared meaning? What can we expect to be a barrier?
Well, I'll say we come from different backgrounds.
Yeah.
But then for you to be able to have a healthy relationship or marriage, you have to be able to look beyond those barriers. You have to put the other person first. Okay. What does the person require of you?
Okay.
So what are the person's aspirations?
Yeah.
Because for you to be able to come to a compromise or an agreement, you have to be open.
Okay.
So you have to voice out your expectations.
Okay.
Because if you bottle certain things in there, you may come to a big surprise.
Yeah.
Because you may think, oh, the person should know that I may want this. But no, if you don't say what you expect of somebody, the person will never know.
Okay.
And if you are not open in the relationship, when you enter into the marriage, you wouldn't be open.
Wow.
There
If
will
you are not
always
open
be
in
secrets.
the relationship, you're not likely to be open in the marriage. Okay. Okay. So let's suppose we have been able to agree on a certain shared meaning.
Yes.
I'm just trying to understand these words very well. How do we ensure, for example, if we have agreed on a goal or a dream, how do we ensure that that dream comes to pass?
Yes, so that's where the work comes in.
Okay.
Yes. So you are working at making your life dreams come true.
Yeah.
Okay, you are working at managing conflicts.
Okay.
So you are also working at always looking at the positive side.
Yeah.
Because both partners are not perfect. You know you are not perfect. You know she is not perfect.
Yeah.
So you don't expect perfection.
Yeah.
Okay, so you always look at the positive side. Because each of us, we have the negative side. We have things that are our shortcomings.
That's true.
But then in a relationship or marriage, you have to always look at the positives. What got you attracted to the person? What got you drawn to that person? What attributes about the person were you drawn to?
Yeah.
You focus on those.
Yeah.
Because you can't get it all. You win some, you lose some.
Yeah.
But then you focus on the positives. And then also you have to learn to turn towards instead of turning away, especially in conflicts.
Yeah.
So when there are conflicts, you don't turn away from the person.
Okay.
That's where you turn towards the person.
Okay.
So my wife and I, we have this agreement that when we have a disagreement, okay, it shouldn't last overnight. Within 10, 15, 20 minutes. So there have to be a resolution. Even if there's no resolution, we let it go.
Okay.
So we let it go.
No,
and then
would that mean that you are pretending as if
no, not pretending. You come to the point that you realize it's not worth it.
Okay.
Because most of these issues are trivial.
Yeah.
A lot of the issues in relationships, in marriages are trivial. And some of the issues, so it's said that about 69% of the issues in marriages are perpetual.
Okay.
They will never go.
Wow. So, and I think that's the word that perhaps I would say most contemporary couples don't want to hear.
Yes.
That some things we have got to adjust.
Yeah.
I mean, that word adjust and adapt, it's becoming like, no. Why do I have to adjust? Please kindly help us on that particular word.
Yes. So why the need to adjust?
Yeah.
You come from different backgrounds, different upbringings. you are now starting a totally new family.
Yeah.
Okay, so the way you do things shouldn't be skewed towards one person saying this is how it's supposed to be done.
Yeah.
When my wife and I met, when we had just gotten married, so we had to limit interference.
Okay.
We had to limit family. We had to limit friends.
Okay.
Because we wanted to settle into our own way of doing things.
Yeah.
Because the way we do things now, that wasn't how I was raised. That wasn't how she was raised.
Okay.
But that is how we have come up to do things.
Yeah.
It's totally unique.
Okay.
No, and that is the compromise that you have to learn to make, that you are building something new.
So what I'm getting from your submission here is that two people from two different backgrounds with peculiar upbringing, peculiar mindsets, but now they are coming to form something that's never existed.
Yes.
Is that what we're looking at?
Exactly.
But then it's likely to have similarities from our backgrounds.
Yes.
Okay.
So that is the mentality we should have. When you come in with this perception that it has to be done my way. Yeah. No, that is also another ground for conflict. Yeah. Because if the other partner is also adamant that no, it should be my way, then that's a non-starter.
Right. Thank you. For friends who just joined us, you are still tuned to the Family Table brought to you by the Family City Church. We do this once in a month. This is the February edition. We are discussing the subject, how to sustain love in a relationship and then in marriages. Pastor Agozi, as usual, at the head of administration of Family City Church, is our host. Is our guest, and he's sharing with us very important information regarding love and relationship. But Pastor Agozi, I've heard of this term called love maps.
Yeah.
Can you help me on that? What are love maps?
So love maps is getting to understand your partner. Okay, you are looking at an internal roadmap, sort of, to your partner's history, your partner's concerns, the preferences of your partner, and his or her dreams and aspirations. So that's the love map. So you should have a grasp on all those aspects of your partner's life. So that's the love map we talk about, because that forms the foundation of intimacy. So it's like you are learning your partner inside out.
Okay. So I'm understanding a map, as it were, based on geography as something that directs.
Yes.
So from what you are saying, your understanding of the person's whole being totality, thank you, will now direct you how to relate with that person.
Yes.
Okay.
So for example, if you know that your partner is allergic to, let's say, rose flowers, you don't go buy her rose flowers. You see?
Okay.
If you know your partner doesn't like a particular environment, you don't take him or her to that environment. Okay, you know your partner's favorite color is, let's say, pink, and then you want to surprise her with something, you go and buy a blue. She might never appreciate it.
Okay.
You see, so that is the love map we are talking about. Getting to know, your partner inside out.
How long would this take?
It varies. It depends on how well you are able to learn or understand people. It's a skill that you have to develop.
It looks to me like the love journey is a whole master's course program.
It is. It is.
Well, to the guys out there who are yearning to get married, understand this from the beginning. Pastor Agozi mentioned you are getting employed.
Yes.
And so it's a full-time work that you have got to build yourself for. Pastor, thank you for that on the road, the love map. But what is the culture of appreciation as we learn to sustain love? What is the role of appreciation in that?
Okay, so the role of appreciation is in sorry, relationships and in marriage, no, we talk about an emotional bank account.
Wow.
So you
Never
have,
heard of that.
yes, you need an emotional bank account.
Okay.
Okay, so what it means is for every negative aspect or side of your partner,
Yeah.
you should have 5 positive sides that you use to counter.
Okay, tell us more.
Yes. For example, let's say your partner is quick-tempered,
Okay.
but then you also tell yourself that,
Okay.
well, even though she's quick-tempered,
Mhm.
no, she's very loving,
Wow.
she's very caring,
Okay.
so she's also always looking out for the best for you,
Okay.
so she's very considerate. Okay, and then maybe she keeps surprising you here and there. So for that negative, you have 5. So we talk about the magic ratio, which is the 5:1. So you
Wow.
have 5 positive aspects of your partner that you always use to counter one negative.
That's a very beautiful mathematical equation. And I believe that if we can put this into practice,
Yeah.
it's really going to help us. And you see, it connects for me. You mentioned something earlier on looking at the positiveness of your partner, and this equation works out so well. What if I can't find 5? Doesn't mean that I dwell on the 1?
Well, you can also look at focusing on what is working.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay.
That you catch
Okay.
them doing right.
Okay.
So you shift your focus to what is working.
Yeah.
Okay. So you notice and appreciate small efforts. And then the little moments of kindness, you appreciate them.
Okay.
Okay. So what you appreciate always increases.
What you appreciate always
increases.
Okay.
So there's this thing that, when someone gives you something and you appreciate it, it pushes the person to give you more the next time.
That's true. That's true.
You see, so you appreciate the little moments of positivity, the little moments of kindness. You learn to appreciate that, and you focus on those moments.
I see. I see. Is there any, can you take us through, if you like, a startup process that we can build into?
Yes. Well, you can start with just small gestures.
Okay.
A thank you, a hug, or a loving touch.
Okay.
A kind word that, oh, that's very thoughtful of you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Just the little things. It goes a long way to show your partner that you see the effort that he or she is putting in.
Yeah.
You appreciate. So, and that encourages your partner to do more. And vice versa.
Well, you know what is coming to my mind now? We live in an age of technology. And I mean, both of us, you know how we fancy the use of stickers. And I think once upon a time, I was actually listening to a leadership lecture, and Scott Camp, Dr. Scott Camp in the US, spoke about the use of stickers in the leadership service. It was like, you know something? We've come to a place in life where you have to learn to break the ice in every situation. And I will tell you for free that even these stickers has a way of releasing tension in every situation. What has been your experience in that?
Well, for me, what I think will work for us is the communication.
Yeah.
Yes, is a communication aspect.
Yeah.
Even now, throughout the day, we are communicating at every point in time. So we know our whereabouts. We know what we are doing. We know our challenges.
Yeah.
So we keep updating each other along the way. At times it gets difficult, getting through, but then we keep pushing at it. Communication has been very, that it has been a backbone of our relationship and marriage.
There is another couple out there who might be listening to us trying to and this one something I can tell you for free again. We are sharing experiences, but we've also have to understand that no marriage is this. No two marriages are the same. There are principles behind the experience we are sharing, which we would want you to learn, but not exactly, in some cases, exactly how we've done it or how Pastor has done it may help for you. I'm coming to this point because somebody might also feel that my husband calling me every moment. I mean, I know both of us have that thing where within every 1 hour, within every 30 minutes, we want to be able to check on the other. But another couple might feel that it's getting too much for me. So, what can be the, if you like, the substitute, or what else can we do to still sustain it?
Yes, like we said earlier,
Yeah,
every relationship or marriage is unique.
it's unique. Yeah.
Yes. So you focus on what works for you.
Okay.
Is it
Okay.
just dropping a WhatsApp message?
Yeah.
Is it just maybe checking in once in a day? No, what works for you?
Yeah.
Remember, we also said that no, you are building something unique.
That's true.
Yes. So all these things come into play.
Yeah.
So you focus on what works.
So please, you can understand what will work for you. That's the key word tonight. What is working for you? Pastor, you spoke about emotional bank accounts. So that for me tells that there has to be some sort of emotional connection and attachment. Any simple way to get this done?
Yes. So we can talk about when there are disagreements, okay, or conflicts.
Okay.
So when we talk about emotional, or we talk about emotions, you have to be very sensitive to your partner's feelings or emotions. Okay, so whenever there's a disagreement, you talk about we still go back to the Gottman Institute. They talk about, they said 96% of conversations, they end the way they begin.
Please say it again.
That 96% of conversations end the way they begin.
Okay, so
yeah,
talk
so
about approach.
Yes, so I'll explain.
Okay.
So if there's an issue to be discussed and you come aggressively, it will end aggressively.
Okay.
If you come calmly, that's how it will end.
Wow.
Okay, so they talk about 3 steps.
Okay.
That you start with what you are feeling.
Okay.
Okay, so you name your specific emotion without blaming.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
You see?
Wow.
For example, you feel your partner is not giving you that attention.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you tell your partner, I feel I'm not getting enough attention. You are not blaming.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what you feel. You are focusing on what you feel.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the next step 2, is about what.
Okay.
Okay, about what? It's about, the attention that I'm not receiving. That's what you are feeling about the attention you are not getting.
Yeah.
And then the step 3, what do you need your
Wow.
partner to do?
Wow.
Okay, so you state a positive need.
Okay.
That, oh, I would love it. So I'll prefer if you could give me, let's say you could check on me twice in a day. Okay. So that one, it's a request.
Okay.
It's not like you come blaming that, oh, you of late, you don't even check on me. And you are inconsiderate, you are not caring.
Wow. Wow. Okay, I get it now.
Yes. So when you start like that, your partner will also go on the defense.
That's true.
And then it becomes an argument, it becomes a conflict.
That's true.
But then when you explain or you pour out your heart, this, I feel this.
Okay.
It is what I feel.
Yeah.
About so and so. And this is what I need from you.
Yeah. Okay.
No, then it all ends on a good note.
Yeah.
Your partner will put him or herself in your shoes and identify with whatever you are going through. That's empathy. Okay. So you push your partner to go into a state of empathy for you.
Okay. Wow. Wow. That's a very brilliant response, which is well appreciated, Pastor. And then once upon a time, I came across something they call the Our connection.
Yes.
ARE.
Yes.
I read about it, but can you help our participants
Yes.
understand that also?
So the ARE connection is talking about emotional connection and attachment.
Okay.
Okay. So these are questions you ask. That are you accessible? That
Okay.
can I reach you? Will you be there when I need you?
Okay. So
Okay.
are you accessible?
Yes.
A is
A is
accessibility.
accessibility. Yes.
Okay.
So when I need you, can I reach you?
R.
That's the A, accessibility.
Okay. Okay.
And then R stands for responsive.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So can I depend on you to respond to my emotional needs?
Okay.
So can I depend on you or can I rely on you?
Yeah.
And when I bring issues, you respond to my needs.
Okay.
That is, you are checking in to see if you will be able to compromise for me.
Wow.
And then the E stands for engaged or engagement. Yes. That do I know you value me and will stay close to me? Is that engagement there? Is that commitment there? That you always stand for me or you stay close to me, you support me.
So how often would you recommend couples to be engaging in things like this?
Yes. So I'll go back to what we used to practice when we started, when in the early stages of our marriage.
Okay.
What we did was every month we have a meeting. We take a sheet of paper.
Okay.
Okay. So you list all the things that you like about me on one side and all the things you don't like. Okay. And I also do the same for you. And then we exchange.
Okay.
And then you read through, especially the ones that you don't like.
Negatives, yeah.
Yes. And then we decide which one we are going to work on.
This month.
Yes. Which one can you work on for me? And which one can I work on for you?
I see.
Yes. And we realized that as time went on, the negatives started dwindling and the positives kept increasing.
Okay.
No, when you do that, you are learning to appreciate your partner. You are learning, and that's another road map or love map.
Yeah.
About your partner.
Okay.
And so that way, if there are any areas of deficiency, you identify that, okay, my partner would love if I did this for him or her. Yeah. And then you identify in yourself that, oh, in this area, that one I agree, I'm not doing well.
Okay.
Can I do something about it? Or if you can't do anything about it, is it okay? Can you manage it?
So that means that I love that point you made, and we want to be as realistic as possible. That means that we cannot expect every problem, as it were, to be blown out within a time. Not, and some may never.
Some may never.
Okay.
It's like 69% will never.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
So you have to learn to adapt.
Learn to adapt.
Yes.
You know something, friends? In a few minutes from now, we'll be opening up the lines for questions. I see a few chats coming in. So be jotting down your questions at exactly 7 p.m. Hopefully, we'll open up the lines and then we'll engage with you on this topic to be able to share, throw more light on what we are discussing. If you just join us again, this Family Table brought to you by Family City Church. And tonight's discussion is how to sustain love in marriage and relationships. And I've been doing this again with Pastor Emmanuel Agozi. Okay, so that's actually bringing us again to the issue of the solvable and then perpetual.
Yes.
Can we understand some of the things that are solvable, some of the things that are perpetual?
Yes. So when we talk about the solvable problems, so these are issues that have a clear solution.
Are you done?
Okay.
Yeah.
So they are often about specific events.
Yeah.
Or a specific task.
Yeah.
Like maybe chores or scheduling of events.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So those are issues that are solvable.
Yeah.
Maybe we leave the dishes overnight. can we get them done before we go to bed?
Yeah.
That's a solvable issue. But then the perpetual problems, though these are problems that are rooted in fundamental differences in personalities.
Okay.
I know people usually use the scenario of the toothpaste, whether we squeeze it from the bottom or from the top. Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, I can tell you that for me, I was raised to squeeze the toothpaste from the bottom.
I see.
Yes. But when I met my wife, she would squeeze it from anywhere,
wherever,
anywhere at all.
Okay.
And then initially, it was an issue for me. But then now I do the same. Yeah. I squeeze it from anywhere. I don't really care.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, is that really important? It is trivial. That is who she is.
So you call that a solvable problem?
No, it's perpetual.
It's perpetual.
Yes. But then it is the standard you take regarding that problem.
But don't you think such a problem can be solved one day?
No, that's a person's personality.
Okay.
It's a personality issue. Yes.
Okay. I love that you brought in that term.
Yes.
Personality issues.
Yes.
Okay.
So the perpetual problems are differences in personalities.
Okay.
Okay, or lifestyle needs. Okay. Or the way the person does things. Okay, and this recur throughout the marriage.
Yeah.
This recur because for adults, it's adults who get into relationship or into marriage. You have formed the way you do things. Certain things they've been concretized. So we talk about you don't teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah.
No, that is the mentality you should have. But some things like this.
Okay.
Like, are they really important?
Yeah. Yeah.
Is it something that you can overlook?
You see? And I feel that's a very very important comment you just made. Learning to overlook.
Yes.
Learn. I always love to quote is it Colossians chapter 3 verse between 13 and 15, where he says, make an allowance in your heart. Something, somebody listening to us, this whole thing about marriage relationship, you have to close your eyes sometimes. Yes. You cannot open your eyes to everything and expect to have a good marriage. No. Sometimes turn a blind ear also to it. A deaf ear.
A deaf ear and a blind eye.
Yeah, deaf ear and a blind eye.
Yes.
But it is not in a place of recognizing or appreciating people. Yeah. That's not what I'm saying. Where you have got to appreciate people, please don't turn a blind eye. Don't close your eye. But sometimes when it comes to certain issues, please overlook them. Yeah. Overlook them. Pastor, how about the solvable problems?
Well, for the solvable problems, you use softened startups.
Okay.
Okay, you don't go attacking. Okay, it's a dialogue.
Yeah.
Okay, because these are problems that do not have an underlying personality clash.
Okay.
Okay, it's just about how you do things. Okay, can we do it this way instead?
Okay.
And so you use a softened approach. So you come to a compromise. Or you discuss how you think we can do it.
Okay.
How do you think we should do it?
Yeah.
Okay, and you discuss. And then out of that discussion, both of you will agree on something. By all means, you agree on something.
Certainly.
And once it works for both of you,
sure,
it is solved.
Can we ever come to a place where we have shared ritual connection?
Oh, yes.
How would we do that? Any steps towards that?
Well, usually as you go along, those things fall in place. In some things you don't consciously, bring them into being. But then as you go along, some things fall in place. Okay. And then you have to learn to also identify certain things and also appreciate. Because nowadays, usually at home, most of the time I'm the first to wake up. Okay, I'm the first to wake up. I don't expect my wife to be the first to wake up. Even though I'm the last to sleep, I'm usually the first to wake up. And I do that because I need to. Okay, I don't get angry with her that, oh, maybe you are the woman, you are supposed to wake up first. No. I have the things I do. I know she handles a lot. And we agree on that it works for us. So those are things that it didn't start like that.
Yeah.
She used to be the first to wake up.
Yeah.
But that is why we have to learn to be dynamic. We have to learn to be flexible. That as you go along, routines will change.
Okay, that's what is bringing us to the shared mutual
Yes.
ritual connection.
Yes.
Okay.
So the way you do things will change. Because gone were the days that, my wife will cook 3 square meals a day. But nowadays, she hardly cooks.
She doesn't have the time.
Yes. And we are so thriving. No, we have other cooks in the house now.
Yeah, I guess it. Yeah.
Whenever they cook, whatever is available, we all yes.
Yeah. That thing of the dynamic process in a relationship and marriage, I feel that is getting a lot of people to break out easily, because in a case like this, perhaps a husband started a relationship as a fresh couple here, and your wife is always cooking for you, and all of a sudden gains employment in this multinational company, and you begin to complain.
Yeah.
But you're forgetting that she's bringing even more income than you are. So technically, the dynamics are going to change. Yeah. We're going to take your questions very soon. Then, as we engage with your questions, I believe that we'll still be able to get through the discussion deeper. But before we take the first question, I want us to talk briefly on the subject of intimacy and vulnerability. How we can sustain our love and still ensure that those are in.
Yes. So when we talk about intimacy and vulnerability, these are two things that you should be able to share with your partner. Okay. No, you shouldn't be afraid of opening up about your fears to your partner. Okay, it doesn't make you less of a man or less of a woman if you let your partner know what your fears are. Okay. Before your partner, you should be vulnerable. Okay, you should be vulnerable because that is your partner. If you can be vulnerable before your partner, then who can you be vulnerable before? Okay, your partner has to know that soft side of you.
You should be able to cry.
Yes, you should be able to cry to your partner.
Wouldn't they say you are becoming a weak man?
No, that is you. You should be able to show your emotions.
Okay.
Yes, we are all humans.
Yeah.
That tradition of men don't cry. No, when the need arises, you need to cry. You cry. And your partner should be able to see that side of you. So to know that you also have a breaking point. Wow. So because at that moment, it also draws you closer to her.
Yeah.
Because she'll empathize with you that, hey, if this man is crying, maybe whatever happened has really gotten to him. No, that also increases the bond between the two of you because she knows that you also have a breaking point.
Yeah.
And then she will look out for you. So we shouldn't be afraid to show our vulnerability.
I feel that sometimes, maybe based on experiences of the past, I mean, there is this expectation, wrong expectation, that if I become too vulnerable, I'm going to be taken for granted.
No.
How do I avoid that?
Because the more you act tough, the more you create an emotional distance.
Okay.
When you are vulnerable, when you show that you are vulnerable, it bridges that gap. Okay. Because if your partner knows you as somebody who nothing gets to, okay, that emotional attachment, it's not really there.
Yeah.
Because for the opposite sex, for the women, they dwell a lot on emotions.
Yeah.
And there should always be a point of convergence where your emotions are able to meet.
Okay.
She shouldn't always be the one showing the emotions. Yes. If she's the only one showing the emotions, then there's an emotional gap.
Wow.
There will be a distance between you.
Wow.
That connection wouldn't be complete.
Wow. Emotions never expressed today will be exploded tomorrow. Please keep it. Emotions not expressed today will explode tomorrow. So better express them today before they explode. And unfortunately, when they explode, usually they don't explode in private.
Yes, in public.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. To our friends out there, we just want to engage with you. And that makes the discussion interactive. And then there's a lot that Pastor can bring to us. So we have 30 minutes more. We want to start taking questions, feedbacks on what we've had so far. Then we'll be able to blend with a few notes. If any of us want to ask a question, you could unmute your microphone first by raising your hand so that we'll be able to in that order, take questions. You have a feedback here?
Somebody says they have thousands of questions.
Yes. So I thought that. So perhaps I'll go straight to the first person, Mr. Dennis Peters. You can unmute your microphone. You had 1,000 questions. Just give us 2 of them, and let's see how we can bring answers to them. Go ahead, Dennis.
Thank you, Pastor, and good morning to every one of us listening this evening.
Good evening, sir.
It's like I'm outside, so just pardon me.
All right, go ahead.
Yes, please. So my first question is that what foundation must be laid before love can be sustained long term?
Wow.
Yes.
Beautiful one.
I spoke about trust
and
commitment.
Okay.
Without these two, you can't sustain the love. If you can't trust your partner, you can't sustain the love. If you are not committed, you can't sustain the love. So these two are very important. They form the foundation to a lasting relationship or marriage. You need to come to a place of trust. And you have to make that decision that you are committed to this relationship. And no matter what, you are there to make it work.
Wow. No matter what,
yes,
you are there to make it work. I think there's another, is a question of feedback. Okay, great. And okay, so respect is also a part of the building blocks that's coming from Mrs. Mary Agozi. So you have 3 building blocks: trust, respect, and commitment. Excellent one.
Mutual respect, yes.
Yes, mutual respect.
Very important.
Exactly. Thank you very much, Pastor. Yes, go on with your second question, please, Dennis. Do we still have Dennis on the line? Dennis Peters?
Yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, please. My second question: how do we keep conversations very meaningful after so many years of marriage?
Wow. So it doesn't become boring. Okay.
No, one thing is, after so many years of marriage, there are so much to talk about. Because nowadays, my wife has so much to tell me. I have so much to tell her that we don't even get the time, to update one another. No, at times you call and then you've forgotten what you wanted to say because maybe you have called and then she is updating you on something that she just remembered. And then by the time she is done, you have forgotten. So as the years go by, no, it doesn't become monotonous. No, the things that you need to discuss rather keep increasing by the day. It will surprise you that when we find a time we can talk. It doesn't end. Maybe we need to decide on something. We can talk. We wouldn't finish deciding on the thing and then we'll sleep. And then maybe days down the line, then we are like, hey, this thing we've not concluded. Oh.
Okay.
You see? So as the years go along, no more things come in that you need to discuss. A lot of conversations that you need to have that you realize you don't even have the time to exhaust the conversation. So it doesn't become monotonous.
Well, just to add to what Pastor is saying, I feel that there should be a subject.
Yeah.
If we are able to identify subjects for discussion, then that allows us to expand our discussion platform. I'm just looking at your case, for example. Both of you are in a particular industry, and in some ways, both of you are quite connected to that industry, even in what you do. So, and that again brings us back to the shared meaning, because if there is nothing common, as it were, to talk about, we might always feel that, okay, for example, what I'm doing is way different. And I think even that one, if the couple are ready, that should even bring conversation, because I want to know more about what you are doing. So in addition to even the subject, I feel that that bit of intentionality and readiness to create a conversation, it's what really solves it. But Pastor, somebody will come in again. There are again people with very different temperaments. And I mean, to help my son, the person just doesn't like to talk much. Can I expect that person to, over the period, become talkative?
Well, it's very possible, because for me, for example, I was very introverted. So I couldn't speak publicly. But then the profession where I find myself is a profession where you have to talk to people. Okay, you have to go out there. You have to give presentations to professional groups. So now when you see me be talking to groups of people, I was never like that. It was something that I feared. So, but over time, it changed. So same for my wife. She wasn't the person who could stand in front of a gathering and speak. But now she's able to do that. So in spite of our temperaments, maybe the person is a choleric. And then now you find the person is very reserved. Circumstances, the things that we are exposed to, our experiences shape who we become. You see, and also if, let's say, for example, you were quick-tempered. So at times, getting to even know God more and more opens you up. That side of you goes into the background, it recedes. So irrespective of our temperaments, our environment also shapes us. So it's very possible.
Okay, thank you. Another thought that is quickly coming to mind, Pastor, I want to add, is usually in building conversations, we want the other person to hear us. And this is what I've discovered. I think we spoke about it even over the weekend. You've got to first find, if you want to be heard, first find the interest of that person. and usually build the conversations around the interest of that person.
Yeah.
In that way, you are gradually getting that person to talk.
Yeah.
And the more that person talks, now you are able to bring your interest out.
Yeah.
Let me give you an example. Like I was telling somebody earlier this afternoon, if you want to come to my house and come and talk football, I'm sorry, you didn't meet the right person. So let's say my wife is a football fan and she wants to talk about football. Certainly, she will never get my attention.
Yeah.
But let her begin to talk about, did you see that person in church? It looks like her clothing was bad. Can we get, because you know this person is this type.
Yeah.
He's drawn towards this. In the same way, if I want to get my wife's attention, look, this woman is a business person. And oh, there's a new shop here.
Yes.
There's a new wholesale here.
Yes.
Immediately, I have captured her attention. My intention is not to talk about the wholesale. It's perhaps to bring a conversation up, but that now erupts her attention. Then as I get her to talk, I now bring in. So then you've got to understand this carefully to be able to sustain the conversation or the communication platform in every relationship. Great. Thank you very much, Pastor. Do we have another question from
Yes,
our
please.
participants? Hey, Master, you are still going through your 1,000 questions. All right, let's hear from you.
Please, I have my last 4 questions.
Okay, you give us this one, and then we'll try and pick somebody else. If nobody comes, then you come back. Go ahead, Mr. Peters.
Okay, please. My question is that when, let's say, you are married for a couple of years, okay, like my pastor just said,
yeah,
he mentioned that when they started, it got to a point that they had to take pieces of papers and they write what the other spouse is doing that doesn't sit well with either of them, and they try to solve it. Okay, what if that doesn't work? What are the alternative measures that you can put in place to, as it were, solve a particular problem that you are facing? And also, when trust is broken in this long-term relationship, how can the love be rebuilt? Thank you.
Very excellent question,
Yes.
especially the second one.
Yes.
Trust.
So the issue of discussing the things that I don't like and then finding a common ground. I remember I said it's not always all the things that you can work on. Okay, some of the things you discuss and then you come to a compromise.
Yeah.
And also remember that it's not all problems that are solvable. Majority are not solvable.
Yeah.
That 69% are perpetual.
Yeah.
Because they are inherent, they are built into the person's character. You see, so that is where the compromise comes in. The question is, are you prepared to compromise for her sake or for his sake? How badly does it affect you? So Pastor talked about turning a deaf ear or a blind eye. Can you do that? Okay. And coming back to the trust issue, so it's always very difficult when trust is broken. But then earlier we talked about love being a decision. Okay, when trust is broken, it's difficult to rebuild it. But then you have decided you are going to love that person. Even though trust, when broken, is very difficult to rebuild. What are the peculiar circumstances around whatever it is that happened?
Okay.
Is it something that you can work around? Is it something that is an issue that both of you can come to agreements to work on and move forward? Once you are able to come to this understanding or this agreement that you both want to work at it, with the help of God, that trust will be rebuilt. And then whoever it is who broke that trust, that person should be ready to work towards rebuilding that trust.
Okay.
No, you should see that person making the efforts, to whatever it is, to repent of it. There should be that remorse.
Yeah.
You should see that the person is genuinely remorseful and prepared to move ahead to work towards rebuilding that trust. So and believe you me, it's not easy rebuilding trust.
Yeah.
It takes years and years of work.
You said something that caught my attention. Sorry. Does it mean if I don't see that remorsefulness of the person, I have to give up?
It doesn't mean you have to give up. Also remember, it's for the long haul.
Okay.
Yes. But we as Christians, we have the upper hand.
Okay.
Okay. Prayer is there.
Prayer does the difference.
Yes. Yeah. Prayer does wonders. Yeah. Pray for that person.
Okay.
Okay. Pray for that person. Ask God to step in.
Yeah.
Because remember, marriage it's a threefold cord. It's not just you and your spouse. It's you, your spouse, God. So your father, he instituted that marriage.
Yeah.
So he has the blueprints.
That's
so
true.
If there's an issue, you have to learn to go to the source. Remember when Adam was questioned, did you eat the apple? He said, the woman you gave me. Yes.
Yeah.
So go to God, that the woman you gave me, this is the issue I have with her.
Sure.
How can you help me? Or the man who you gave me, this is the issue I have with him. Wow. And these things work. There are issues that I've prayed about, got resolved without much effort. There are issues that my wife prayed about, got resolved without much effort. Just the prayers alone. We didn't sit down to discuss them.
Wow.
It was something that was bothering me. It was something that bothered her. I prayed about it. God resolved it. She prayed about them. God resolved them. And we keep going strong. So prayer does so much. We shouldn't underestimate the role of prayer in relationships and in marriages.
Pastor, thank you so much. Prayer does so much. What was coming to mind is for some people, unfortunately, because when you said the woman you gave me, some people never had the consent of God, and over time, as I look into some marriages, and when it's especially coming to a breaking point, sometimes you recognize that truly the foundation was never Christ. And in such situations, for example, when you say you are going back to God, what is the reference point then?
Yes, so it's never too late, because now that you already find yourself in it, it's never too late to go back to God. That is why it's very important that you start it right.
Yeah.
So back to our life. When I met my wife, when we started going out, the first thing that she did was she took me to church. She invited me to church, and she spoke to her pastor about me. And what she told me was they spent time to pray about me.
Wow.
Whether I was the right person.
Wow. I see.
You see, so she didn't just jump at the proposal. She didn't just agree to the proposal.
Okay.
She did her homework.
Okay.
So that's one thing the ladies should learn from.
Yeah. Yeah.
So when the gentleman comes along, ask your father, is he the right person?
Okay.
Because when the right person comes, things fall in place. Then you need to know, is this the right person?
Yeah.
And you can't tell from what the person tells you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your father is the one who knows the heart of that individual who is approaching you.
That's true.
So you do your homework. Speak to your pastors, speak to your elders.
Yeah.
I know in the olden days, marriages, before you marry into a family, there are background checks.
That's true.
Is there any disease in this family?
Yeah.
Is there any mental condition in this family? Is there any crime in this family? They do all those checks to make sure you are marrying into a right family. But we as Christians, we have our Heavenly Father, who we have to seek permission from.
Sure.
Hallelujah.
All right. It sounds like Pastor wants to preach, but then you could also send your questions via WhatsApp or in the Zoom chats. Maybe if you don't want anybody to know you're the one, you can send it privately to the participant as PC, so that we'll be able to read it out without mentioning your name. Anyone who wants to unmute yourself, especially I would love to hear from the ladies. Any lady with a question before we ask Dennis to come in again. Any lady with a question, you can unmute your microphone, or it could also be a comment. I think I see. Good to see you, Natalie. Good to see you, Marilyn. Wow. Vivian from Virginia. Good to see you. Tobia. Yeah, Auntie Tobia, I would love to hear your voice. You've always been hiding, but today let us hear your voice on some of these. Is Auntie Salom here tonight? Okay, not. Yes, anybody? Auntie Salom is here.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay, good. Auntie Salom, should I come to you for a question? Yes. Do you have any other person, especially a lady wants to engage with us on this subject? Sustain, or you have an experience how you've done it that has worked. Like we said, no two marriages are the same. So maybe a pastor has shared experiences. You also have some unique experiences that you believe can help, especially our young ones who are yet to enter into marriage. Okay, if there is none, Dennis, I'll give you one more chance before Pastor adds a few bits before we close tonight. Go ahead, Dennis.
Thank you very much, Pastor.
Yeah.
My next question goes like this: how do you love your spouse in different seasons? And when I say seasons, I mean like in terms of financial struggles, illness, stress, and the rest. How do you love your spouse?
Yeah, so that loving comes from a place of decision. Okay. So your spouse is the person you have chosen to spend the rest of your life with.
Yeah.
Life is not static. Situations are not permanent. There are ups, there are downs. There are happy times, there are sad moments. So whatever it is that you are going through, whatever it is that is happening to you as a couple, always bear in mind that it's not permanent. It's a season. Yeah. It will pass. We have day, we have night. Yeah. We have rainy season, we have dry season. So when you are in your dry season, that doesn't mean the rains will never come.
Wow.
When you have that assurance that whatever it is that you are going through, it won't last. No, you push through. You don't give up. Yeah. Because remember, you are in for the long haul. Yeah. So you don't just chicken out at the first sign of a roadblock or difficulty. Once you have that mentality, you keep pushing. I always tell my wife that, at times the children are like, hey, no, she can worry you. And I tell them that is my choice. I love her for that. You see, you find the positive in the negative. And I tell them that, look, if she doesn't worry me, who do they expect to worry me? Yeah. Because she can be asleep. Then maybe I'm now coming to bed, let's say around 2 a.m. And then you slept for 5 minutes and then maybe she calls you that, oh, can you get me water? You see? And I get up, I go and bring her the water.
Please don't wake me up in the night. Don't use Pastor Ngozi as.
You see, and I love her for that.
Yeah.
You know, she doesn't look at the fact that it's 2 a.m. You are now coming to sleep. Oh. She is thirsty and she's feeling lazy getting up. I'm already awake. I'm just now coming to sleep. So I'm the best person to do that for her. You know, and I'm okay with it. That is her. You see, so you have to, you know, learn to even admire the negatives. So I know in church we spoke about making excuses for the next person. No, so find that excuse for the person. That is how you build the love. That is how you build that bond. You are telling that person indirectly that I'm here for you no matter what. That is what it conveys. If you are able to, you know, put aside your needs just to satisfy the need of your partner, that is an assurance that I'm here for you no matter what.
That's a beautiful response. There's that I would love to add, and especially to the men out there, and yes, to the ladies as well. But I have learned over the period that dying to self is not only spiritual, like those who want to have dimensions in God. In marriage, dying to self is a very important and fundamental principle. What do I mean by dying to self? You have your self-pride. You have this ego. There are some things that you want to be done your way. I'm sorry. Until you sacrifice those aspects of you, you cannot have the good marriage, as it were. This man is tired already, but that understanding of dying to self pushes him out of bed again to go and fetch water. All right, I think there's a question in the chat. Okay, there was a question that I saw move to the. All right, that's fine. If you send the question, please don't send it to the family table chat. Send it to the PC chat. If then we will be able to help you with the answer. Any other question before Pastor we try to run up in the next few minutes? Any other question?
Yes,
and I would
please.
love to. Oh, I thought I was going to hear the voice of a lady. Then pass your question to a lady. Send it privately to a lady to ask. Anyway, go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. The ladies are okay. Me, I'm not okay. I want to learn more.
All right.
Yes, please. I have my last two questions. Okay. The first one is in connection to romance. Yes, please. Very, very important.
Okay.
So it goes like this. How can couples keep romance intentional instead of accidental? Then the last question is that how does financial disagreement affect love? Thank you very much.
Okay, so
intentional romance. Should we have a timetable?
No.
Okay.
Yeah, so you spoke about intentional. So there's an element of intentionality over there.
Okay.
When it comes to romance, there shouldn't be a timetable. Even though it's supposed to be intentional, it is best when it is spontaneous.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, you know, the times that you spend together, no touch, no hug, share kisses here and there. You don't wait for an appropriate time. You know my wife, when we are in church, she's passing by, she will touch me, or I'm standing somewhere, she'll come and hug me. Yes, that is how it's supposed to be. So you have to come to that place that, you don't have enough.
Her nature?
No, she was never like that.
Oh, I see.
She was the very reserved type.
You've done well.
No, not that I did nothing, but that is how
the environment
you
created.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's that environment you create around the two of you. You are comfortable within your space, irrespective of who is around. You are closing your eyes to your surrounding. You have your world. It's the two of you in that world. Nothing else matters. You have to come to that place where it's about the two of you. The focus, your focus is on her, her focus is on you. That is the way that you build that romance.
Okay.
And then what was the next question?
Financial
disagreements. Yes. Finances are very important as far as relationships and marriages are concerned.
Yeah.
Those are one of the first things that you discuss. How do we manage our finances? We started with a joint account.
Okay.
We still have that account. But now we have grown beyond that bank account. Because now we don't have a situation where I have this, she has that. No. It is what do we have?
Yeah.
So she has access to whatever money I have. I do same to hers. And even now, there's nothing like my money or your money. Okay. So what we do is we have the things that we spend money on. And then each person has what he or she handles. We have come to that agreement. I'm taking charge of this. You are taking charge of this. If you have a difficulty, if I can pitch in, I pitch in. If I have a difficulty, you pitch in. So a lot of things now in our family are, I would say, are on autopilot. Okay, we know this has to be done. This has to be done. And we know who is supposed to do it. If that person fails to do it, the next person pitches in. So that disagreement isn't really there because we come to a place where we know who does what and what has to be done. So that's something that you need to discuss. Who does what? Where do we invest our finances? What do we invest in? How do we manage our finances? In times of difficulties, what do we do? Those are things that you discuss right from the beginning.
I think all through the conversation, a keyword has been quite pronounced: discussions, communications, trying to compromise. And I believe so strongly that this is something that we are taking home in our attempt to sustain the love between. We have a question.
No, he posted something here that share kisses.
Yes, yes. Well, for those of us who are okay, so we want to try and then make it intentional in our relationships. Pastor, for the lack of time, for the sake of time, sorry, any final comments you want to add up before we close tonight?
Yes, so for my final comments, I would say that commitment is a choice.
Commitment.
Yes. And when we talk about love is a verb. Okay, that feelings may fluctuate, especially during stress.
Yeah.
But love is sustained through daily actions and intentional choices. That's how you sustain the love.
Yeah. Wow.
And the long view is that difficult times are chapters. They will by all means come.
Wow.
But that's not the whole story.
Wow.
They are just chapters in your story.
Wow.
And that resilience comes when you remember the why behind your I do. You have to remember the why behind the I do. Why did you say I do? Why did you say in that person? Why did you accept that proposal?
Pastor. Nobody said I do because the lady was all fit. That thing is not relevant now. How does she go ahead?
That is why you have to understand that what you see today isn't what you will always see. times and seasons will come. Difficulties will come. Issues will come up. But then identify that why. Why are you saying I do? Is it because the person is beautiful? Is it because of the shape? What if that beauty fades? Because it will fade over the years. What will hold you committed? Why are you saying I do? Is it that you find a life partner in that person? That is what should push you to keep going. Because remember, was it this week you were asking that if somebody should come back, will he still choose the spouse? Yeah. I keep telling her every time that when you go and come back, you know, whether you like it or not. You see? Yeah. So that's, you have to bear at the back of your mind that difficulties will come. Yes. So to conclude, I would say, choose connection. Choose resilience. And always choose each other. Choose each other over and over again. That is how you make it.
Choose each other over and over again. What stood out for me in all of this discussion tonight is the 5-to-1 ratio. Focusing on all 5 positives to neglect, as it were, to shoot down the 1 negative. So focus on the 5 positives to shoot down the 1 negative that you are seeing in your partner. Well, the Lord bless you so much. Thank you for joining us. This has been the 2nd episode of our family table, brought to you by the Family City Church. If you've enjoyed this session, we would love to have your feedback. You can send us a comment as you watch the recording on YouTube. Go to Family Broadcasting Network, also on Facebook. If you join us on Zoom, you could also send us a WhatsApp message through any of our lines, 0555018152. Out of Ghana, +233 begins. Well, you know something? We love you. In the month of March, we are coming your way with something extra beautiful. Call your family, call everyone. And this for the family. So kids, you are not left out. Surely something is going to come that is going to be interesting for you as well. Well, because the Family City Church holds other programs, permit me to tell you that tomorrow at 5 a.m. we have our usual relatives devotion airing at 5 a.m. GMT to 6. Also on Wednesday and then on Friday. If you happen to be in Ghana, why don't you join us in service at Community 25 in Tema? And I'm sure the Lord is going to be a great blessing to you. Here we build families. The Lord bless you. Thank you so much. It's been good having you. And thank you again, Pastor Emmanuel Lagozi, for always coming through to bless us.
It's a pleasure.
Thank you. Bye-bye for now, family. And I'll leave you with a beautiful song, If In Us We Exit. Thank you for now.
Gonna stay right here, 'cause you will always be. You will always be. I'm gonna keep worshiping you, 'cause you will always be. Holy forever. I'm gonna keep bowing down. I'm gonna keep worshiping, 'cause you will always be. You will always be. You will never change. Holy. I'm gonna keep praising your name, because you will always be. Hey. Nobody like you. We praise your name, because
your mercy. And I've come to realize there is nothing like it when you decide to make an excuse and show me great favor. That's what mercy's all about. Oh,